Hi, hello, good afternoon, everybody. In the today's class of non-destructive evolution, we'll be discussing regarding the safety aspects that need to be followed in the industrial radiography. So, the place where the inspection technologies at a bulk rate is being progressed by utilizing these radiographic technologies will be analyzed and what are the safety measures to be taken in the case of operating for safeguarding the operants, nothing but the workers, those who are working indeed to examine the parts at different places in the industry. So the major outline of today's topics is related to the safety aspects purpose, the responsibility that is being existing behind this, what are the radiation physics. So radiation physics here clearly specifies at what ranges is the safety without having any of the hazardous situations. The non-destructive techniques are to be followed in the industrial sector. So it clearly specifies the physical characteristics as well as the safety operand specifications within the industrial sector and how we'll be recognizing the radiations depending upon their frequency ranges, concerned units, and what are the different quantities of measurements we'll be discussing in the fourth topic, that is units and quantities. Next thing, the background and occupational radiation doses. Here, the dose here clearly specifies the dose means what is the requirement, and based upon the requirement, how much frequency or input parameters that we are being giving for inspecting a particular object. We all aware of the different kinds of materials that is indeed to measure or inspect the hard materials, which is a combination of ferrous content, simultaneously the non-ferrous content materials and ceramics, polymers, etc. So depending upon the type of material that we have been chosen as per the point of application, we will be increasing the radiation doses or else decreasing the radiation doses. That is clearly specifying the frequency agitations or operating agitations. Frequency or operating agitations. Next thing, what are the different effects that has to be faced biologically? If there is any hazardous situations for human beings, so what are the safety precautionary steps need to be taken? Here, biological effects of ionizing radiation. So ionizing in the sense impartation of the electronic beams to a highest frequency than the existing frequency levels. For example, if the X-rays machineries are operating with respect to 5 megahertz of or 5 hertz of the frequency and taking corresponding precautionary steps related to 5 hertz of frequency only. If we have been increased the frequency furtherly from 5 to 8 or else to 10, automatically the protectional categories or characteristics of protection also should be increased by the human beings or the skillful worker who is working in that particular environment. Next thing, minimizing the radiation exposures and taking the certain steps which are necessary from the external source and with an immediate effect which will be minimizing the hazardous characterizations. that will be learning here. General radiation safety and service. So nominal operatings, and these will be depending upon the operating conditions or different types of applications. The factors will be getting changed. So directly we'll be moving on with respect to the basic considerations. What's the main purpose of this safety agitation? Each and everyone, every of the industry will be taking the no objection certificate indeed to run the industry. Primitive most permission that is required from the government source. So there should government will be clearly specifying that to a particular limit only the conditions need to be examined, and beyond the frequency of allowable limitations, now industry should be operated. So if it is operated, we'll be taking the necessary actions regarding it. So there will be a clear-cut memorandum in between the industry management and to the government sector. It is a seeking of permission from the government sector. So why? Because you need to sustain the n number of population who are working in that particular industry at different phases. For example, if you have been considered any of the industry, spare parts manufacturing industry, the inspection will be characterized or will be scheduled only after completing the entire manufacturing process. In that inspection situation, that will be the step before the packing and next dispatching. Packing and dispatching. So if it is tested okay, then only the products will be moving on to the warehouse for concerned dispatch activities. So at that particular range, the operations will be getting progressed, and that too, in the case of these non-destructive evaluation methods, we are utilizing different kinds of process. Either it may be of the magnetic particle testing process, either of the liquid penetrant testing process, different kinds of radiographic technique processes, adherent technique processes, and like this, we are having different classifications of the examining processes. So each and every process will have a particular limitation that will guide the safety aspects of working within the industry. If at all it has been increased, hazardous situations will be assisting. That is, that has been taken as one of the most example by this MIT peoples. So here MIT stands for Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and the results has been captured by that particular institute. And the major phenomena of this safety agitation is to protect the population, those who are working within the industry, and even the general public who are living in and around the industry that has been located, and the general environment against the hazardous situations, and making the use of the transportation and disposal of the radioactive materials. Even it provides the institute compliance and master in departmental public health. So in order to highlight with good master in departmental public health and other applicable radiation protection regulations. If we have been observed the Massachusetts DPH, the radiations that have been notices with respect to MDPH. So MDPH is here stands for Master in Departmental Public Health. So CMR 120.750 As per the instructions, it has been reports to the workers and the inspections. What are the rights of the radiation worker, and up to which point in the inspection zones he will be moving from the outer section. So channel 1, channel 2, there will be a particular limitation. Only the skillful worker need to enter up to the channel number 4. So if it is being furtherly exceeding, the radiation will create the some additional unhygienic conditions. That is a basic phenomenon of a numbering situation or coding situation happening particularly in that institute. Secondly, MDPH of 105, which specifies regarding the standards for protection against the radiation, prescribing of concerned licenses or registrations, which includes the special conditions. So here the special conditions in the sense up to maximum which limits the industry is being operated or will be operated than the existing levels. And even in the future, if the production has been increased upon its upgradation and up to maximum limitation, how much frequency will be increased furtherly. That's also should be clearly specified. Let us take an example for it. There is an industry which is having the manufacturing unit of capability of 200 units per day. If furtherly the demand is very much high for that industry and have not very much click in the marketing sector, simultaneously it will be looking for new plant installation in the same industrial surroundings. And at that particular time, if the another one more working point has been installed, simultaneously the radiation factors will be very much increasing in status. And then for that, the concerned permissions should be sought from the government sector. And even state inspections for every 2 years, as well as surprise inspections also will be governed by the government. There is a special inspection drives that will be considered for creating the hygienic conditions, operating conditions for the sake of and number of lives of the workers, those who will be working in that particular industry. What's the major responsibility that the operand of MIT is taking? For this, not only MIT will be scheduling the name here as an industry, particular industry. So concerned president or chairperson will be existing for measure of this, any of the industry, and radiation protection committee will be scheduled, and radiation protection program need to be incorporated by that particular committee. Those programs will be formed in the form of a project, and that project will be processed by a single supervisor or the principal investigator is called as, and will be progressed to the individual radiation worker. So here worker in the sense the skillful person, those who are having the complete awareness how to monitor that particular radiation process within the industry. Going on to the radiation basic definition. What is the radiation? And next, how many types of radiations are being existing? And based upon that, how many technologies has been subclassified for inspecting different kinds of materials? And what is the characteristics of ionizing? Will be clearly looking in behind. Radiation, the energy in the form of particles or electromagnetic waves. So depending upon its state of offense or depending upon the type of particles or type of objects, we'll be calling as specimens, which we need to measure its internal characteristics, or else the external geometrical specifications, or to examine the complete autonomy of entire object. This radiation plays a major role. And even we have been clearly visualized the working factors in the yesterday's class also. Coming to the point of this ionizing radiation, radiation with sufficient energy to remove an electron from an electron, or considering with respect to a atomic particle or molecule. This is the ionization factor. And this ionizing maybe differs with respect to two characteristics. One it is removing, and another one it is addition also. So upon removing, will be concising to its frequency level in the scheduled operating conditions. Let me say in Telugu, the photon or the projector is being scheduled with respect to an focused light rays. That focused light rays of photons are being transferred with a greater velocity. It leads to the striking of one atomic particle to another atomic particle in between before reaching the screen. At that particular range also, the velocity will be increased upon striking of one atomic particle to another atomic particle. That is nothing but the ionization, and increasing its intensity factors also. That leads to overin than the existing limitations. So indeed to summarize that, or indeed to stabilize the frequency levels, the removing factor will be considered a major conspiracy. Addition, automatically the given amount of inputs is more than sufficient for operating the machinery in the inspecting areas. Going on to the radioactivity, it is the process by which the unstable atoms spontaneously transform to the new atoms. Just know what we have been discussed. Upon striking of one atomic particle to another atomic particle, which will be surrounding with respect to the nucleus, will produce the higher energy within the range of the movement of atomic particles. Here, the range of the movement of atomic particle around the nucleus range. So upon striking it, new atom will be getting produced spontaneously. The intensity of the beams will be getting increased. Upon striking, the velocity deviations will be getting occurred. Based upon that, the opaque nature also will be getting diverged. The opaque nature, that is nothing but the way of movement of the light, opaque nature. That is also will be getting increased, that is widened. And that leads to high intensification factors or high frequency levels. Based upon that, the radioactivity controller will emit the newly added atomic or newly generated atomic particle from the radiation. This is the process of radioactivity. Normally, we used to measure this radiation in terms of curie. That is CI, denoted with the CI. And then the another units, that is becquerel. It is denoted with BQ. Coming to the half cycle, let me give a clarity regarding the full life cycle and half life cycle. And later on, I will be moving on to this, what is meant by one half life and two half lives. Clearly, if you have been seen with respect to this diagrammatical representation, will be having one vision. Per day, what is the radiational factor that is being scheduled. So half-life is the amount of time that is needed for activity to reach one of the original amount. So verified ones, if you have been considered a day for about 0 to 1 and next one to 2, vice versa. And if you have been considered a day as an 100 points with an 100 points and projecting the photon waves, we can take the live example also here. The sun, based upon the sunlight at the morning time, which will passes its photons to its universal opaque, its universal opaque, and counting from the phase structure to which point the photons are being driving and even striking and reflecting back due to different conditions of the medium, whether it may be in the solid range of medium, the liquid phase of medium, and next even the beyond the liquid phase also there is cryogenic situations, negative range of temperatures which are being monitored. So that is we will clear cutly examine in the areas of Himalayas. So negative operating temperatures, Himalayas, and even the highly existing temperature levels to a gaseous state. That is the third medium we have left with. So the burnings of the mountains, excavating of the lavas, and in the natural, our environment, populating environment, the emulsions which we are being letting out with different kinds of manual work. Best example it is riding of a vehicle which releases the pollution to a maximum status in the environment. So these will be characterized based upon the utilities per day and considering any one of the human being right from the starting onwards, day starting onwards, and how he will be utilizing and causing the defects to the environmental sector. And this entire conspiracies will be characterized and scheduled and counted to a half-life. And one half-life based upon one parameter, one characteristic, and two half-lives based upon another characteristics, and so on. Moving on to some of the definitions, how the exposure is and what is meant by a dose, how it is being calculated or compared with respect to the emerging of light rays. Coming to the point of this exposure, it is measured with Roentgen. Roentgen, it's an word obtained from the Japanese language. The amount of charge produced per unit mass of air from X-rays and gamma rays. We are having the clear-cut difference between these X-rays and gamma rays. X-rays, which are having the light rays with a moderate frequency variations, and which the gamma rays is greater than the 10 to the power of minus 12 radians. That is the basic difference. Incrementing of the velocity and its intensity factors and photon frequency leads to the maximum strength of the rays. That is nothing but the gamma rays, and the moderate is X-rays. And there is another one more rays, that is Y rays. Y rays will be an intermediate strategy between these X-rays and the gamma rays. That is less than the 10 to the power of minus 12 microns range to in between the maximum rays, that is 10 to the power of 12 radians. And considering to the coming to the point of this observed dose and measured in radians, the amount of energy deposited per unit mass of material is 1 gigahertz is equal to 100 radians. Dose equivalent. Dose. So nominally, dose is nothing but the adjustment, or it is a property that need to be accepted beyond the ranges, and it can be compared with any kind of the phenomena that will be happening in our daily situations. We can consider the present day's example, COVID-19, that is vaccination. So 2 doses of vaccination should be given to a particular human being. That is the order of the protection to our lives due to the coronavirus present in the present days. So dose 1 will be having a particular quantity, that is 100 ml or 10 ml or 20 ml. Moving on to the second dose, with a particular periodic range of gap, we will be taking the another dose, that is also in 10 ml or 20 ml. Likewise, the dose equivalent is the weight by radiant time. In the case of this radiographic technology, weight with radiant time and the tissue susceptibility to the biological damage. Coming to the radiation weighting factors, in the range of alpha rays, it will be of 20. In the range of beta, it will be of 1. And in the range of gamma, it will be of 10. When the human factors or biological stream has been considered, the tissue weighting factors in different body parts and our different body parts. Coming to the point of lungs, it affects to 0.12 range of nanometers of range. Thyroid to 0.03 and gonads, that is 0.25. Come to the alpha decay. In the medical examinations, these X-rays are utilized to detect the different malfunctionings, that is nothing but the flow rate of the blood and the internal bacteria which has been creating the disturbances nature in different parts of the body, and the skin variation levels at the epidermis and the inner layer and internal flesh of the conditions. This decay here clearly specifies that without altering the existing tissues, the rays will be moving on internally and examining the different functionalities of our body parts. And not only these, in the industrial sector, it is a medical related. In the industrial sector, internally the atom to atom relation, how it has been bonded in the solidification process in the casting aspect will be clear cutly examined and will be specified in its structural deviations. And we are all aware of these structural deviations with respect to yesterday's class, that Bravais lattices will be existing 14 different lattice structures, and this examining structure should be matched with any one of the lattice structures that has been defined by the Bravais scientist. We have already learned the 14 Bravais lattice structures in our MMS subject. And moving on to with this gamma decay, we'll be having a detailed look regarding this alpha decay and beta decay, to which ratio it will be getting more. Coming to the helium nucleus, it is a very massive and doubly ionized that is nothing but it will be having the greater frequency. Only a hazard via ingestion or inhalation of alpha emitter will cause it for identification factor. It can be stopped with paper and dead layer of the skin. Because why? Because there is a good point here. Stopped by the paper and dead layer by layer of skin. So oxidation process will not be getting taken place, which doesn't allow the functionality of these rays. And due to that, it will be having a decay process. Coming to the beta decay, which is having a much higher time ratio of its movement or in its movement as per the velocity is considered from the alpha to beta simultaneously towards the gamma decay, which is having the high frequency acetations. This is a pictorial representation towards the biological survey. And with respect to the material characterizations. See, if a paper has been processed here, alpha particles that can be stopped to some extent, and most probably to a maximum extent the alpha particles can be stopped here, while the beta particles will be moving on to a particular range even after crossing the paper medium, and gamma rays which are having the high frequency waves with them passing with the greatest velocity will be passing through the medium with the same frequency maintenance in the after passing through the paper medium also. Coming to the characterization of this plastic medium, the alpha particles will be getting obstructed or scattered with respect to this plastic medium, and beta particles just will be getting strike and will be having a minimal inspection towards it. But the gamma rays, we have already very well known that with a greater frequency it will be passing through the medium also, either it may be of the plastic or alloy of the plastics, even the alloy of the plastics. Coming to the lead, coming to the point of lead, it's a protectional force, protectional agitation, which doesn't react with respect to the another materials. Even it is acting as an only the protection layer, but will not be getting reacted with respect to the other metals or any of the materials. Hence, these alpha particles will definitely doesn't have the capability or its capacity to pass on to it, and beta particles will not be entering into the lead, but gamma rays, even though these rays are having the high frequency levels, it will be restricted to some extent. It is restricted to some extent. Removal of some of the rationalized photon particles and will be stabilized or limited to some frequency variation, and the limited frequency will be getting passed through the lead. This is the basic difference between the frequency variations and the capability of alpha, beta, and gamma radiations. This is one of the example. There is a plastic and lead. Diverging capability. See, after striking the electrons to the plastic material, will be having a confined in structure or movement of, or the structure will be confined to a unitary result oriented wave generation. That too, in the case of this lead, will be having the polycrystalline structures. And in this class, we have a clear cut look what is meant by a monochromaticity and polychromaticity. Mono as stations of generating the output and the poly agitation of generating the light. We are having three different protection layers towards it. First one, the shielding for beta emitting material. So we already clearly examined based on this plastic material and lead material. Both are having the capability of obstructing the radiational sources which are being emerging within a particular medium, for example, it's a particular volume, and in this medium, the photon will be having its movement in any of the direction. And for example, it is considered as a nucleus. The divergence of the atomic particles will be having the different movements based upon its velocity factors. So plastic will be restricted to some extent and lead will be completely restricting. But the mono agitation of the photons that will be generating the internal structure of the objects, and in the two or three different result orientation, lead will give the clear cut examination of the internal structure of the objects. Coming to the point of this shielding for gamma emitting material. Gamma emitting material. So low energy gamma on X-rays, high energy gamma rays on X-rays. The rays used to fall on the similar kind of materials, that is either of the plastic and next the lead material. Low energy gamma radiations or X-rays. So X-rays is nothing but the less frequency of the gamma rays, that is having the limitation to a maximum extent can be controlled by the vapor alignment itself. First one, material. Second one, that is an plastic material. So by utilizing this plastic itself, we can control the maximum radiational factors. For that particular purpose only, within the industries, the channels or different closed environment will be scheduled by this plastic materials. If you have been utilized in our staff rooms also, the cabins will be constructed with respect to that particular high grade plastic materials. The rooms, subclassification of the rooms or staff rooms. And high energy gamma rays. And that high energy radiations, even though the plastic will not be getting obstructed towards it and leads to a material of obstructing those high frequency rays by lead materials itself. And this is the diagram of the range selector, or we'll be calling it an recyclator to the frequency changing module. The frequency of the radiations can be increased or can be decreased and can be controlled the radiations upon the exercising of inspecting technology within the industry. The collision of atomic particles will be increasing the velocity and its intensity factors. Those will be controlled within the opaque nature by this condensing or controlling condenser. What are the different kinds of biological effects that are being existing? If you have been observed, high levels ionization results in somatic effects, nothing but skin problems will be getting occurred. Skin burns and even cataracts will be obtained. Nothing but then itchy sensations, cracks will be identified in the skin, and soaring situations also will be getting achieved. Ringworms will be calling as ringworms. Red color situations will be highlighting in different places of the body. And the delay with respect to the cancer also lead to the cancer also, and having much more genetic effects from the ancestor to present. Genetic effects. It leads to the future generation defects. The teratogenic effects. These are some of the live examples. That is X-ray burns. If radiation factors has been increased than the exposures within a fraction of seconds, that leads to and defects like this. 500 radians. So the limitations of operants is a maximum of 500. Here, if it has been exposed to 5000, even the internal flesh also getting burned in situation. It leads to hazardous situations like this. Next, in the case of this cancers, the doses or risk factor is very much high in the case of this cancer creating cells that is being produced by mixing with respect to the internal blood cells. The production of free radicals and direct damage to the DNA, having two different respective methods in the case of damaging cells. This is the relationally response relationship that is being get as per the risk of death from the cancer. Next, committed lifetime dose. So it will be an linearly increased to a maximum level upon the present day's technology has been considered. Occupational dose. So occupational is nothing but different working processes that we are being progressing in the present life sustenance purpose. These are the predictable effects that is being taking place. So for lifetime, suddenly it is being increased. So suddenly it is being increased per day, and if it has been existing to a maximum limitations, it can be confined to the rescue operating conditions by the rescue operating conditions, cured to the rescue operating conditions. It can be limited by the controlling factor and can be overcome to the normal operant conditions, which leads to the decremental of high risky factors and entering into the predictable effective zones. And this is the critical operating zones has been identified between 10 to 20 years of lifetime period. And these are the effects which will be determined the risk level is in uncertain region. See, if you have been observed, the safe operating zones is the not predictable below the 20 items. So protectable range is between 0 to 20. And going on to the furtherly with respect to 20 to 50 leads to an minimal effects which will be facing in the case of burning issues, skin problems, or internally problems which will be moving on to the cancer of state in the human beings. That is starting with respect to the second state. And if furtherly has been increased, then predictable effects will be occurring. So similarly, we have to utilize the what we call this therapies are suggestible for curing this cells production within the body, and which the produced cells within the body will kill the necessary bacteria which is producing by our internal body parts. That is WBC, the count should be specified, and RBC count should be specified. And the lungs and kidneys, those will be doing their functionality, purifying the blood, pumping the blood to different parts, etc. And these cells will minute or affect the production of good cells which are necessary for our body. That is the target aspiration. As low as reasonably achievable. So how it can be decreased? So the time variations should be followed. The distance, which is an inverse square law, and shielding factors should be maintained. The shielding factor means here in the sense the limiting of the operating zones. So limiting of the frequency at the operating zones. Next one is an contamination control. So furtherly has been increased. Particular environment should be clearly provided for contamination control. So this is the safety aspects need to be followed in the industrial sector and even in the environmental sector to maintain the processes in a controlled way. Thank you. We'll be meeting in the next